let's talk about Tory Lanez and Meg The Stallion. I know this is a story that Green has been wanting to talk about all week long.
Yeah, you
for some reason he's a Tory Lanez fan, right?
Right.
Yeah, I had started rocking with him on a Chick Tape heavy, but like this album is really good. And then I started listening to some of his old stuff. But yeah.
All right, so let's dive in. I did definitely like the Chicks Tape, which was Lanez's project. I guess last year. I forgot about that actually until Green said it just now.
Mm-hmm.
I was a fan of the Chicks Tape. I'm not gonna lie, I was a fan of the Chicks Tape. But
yeah.
I'm no longer a fan. So let's dive into it.
You're no longer a fan. Why?
I'm no longer
the allegations, but continue. Go ahead.
I'm no longer a fan simply because.
Let's go there, Green. Let's go there. You're trying to go there. Let's go there.
I can't condone what I believe that he did, right? And not only the way that what he did, but the way that he's kind of carried it after. So of course everybody knows Tory Lanez and Megan The Stallion were involved in an altercation where Meg was shot in the foot. They got into some sort of disagreement. He was supposed to be dropping her off at home. She ended up getting shot in the foot. She came out and said that he did it, right? That was 2 months ago. Tory Lanez been quiet as a mouse for 2 months. He ain't really said much of anything. There's been allegations that he did send Meg a text message apologizing, sent messages to her friends, all of these things. But now he comes out last Friday and drops, what is it called? Daystar? Is it called Daystar?
Name. That's his first name.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so it's called Daystar. It's Lady Supreme show. Yes, I love a good R&B vibe. He dropped Daystar, and the album is basically him telling his side of the story about what happened between him and Meg The Stallion, right? So I'll let Green go first and give his opinion, and I'll chime in, and RG, you can chime in, but I want to go last. Green, what do you have to say?
I think that first of all, the whole album is about the situation, which I think as an artist, that's dope that you can even do that, like and make different songs. But I definitely think that I'm not gonna say he's innocent because the gun was his, but it ain't where people are saying, oh, he pulled a gun on this girl and was shooting at her. I don't think that was the case at all. From the sounds of listening to the album, it was probably a tussle with the gun between him and one of her, because he was in the car with two of her friends. I'm thinking either somebody grabbed the gun or something and it went off. But since it's his gun, technically it's his fault because it's his gun.
She was outside of the car. So how does the gun get out the window to shoot someone outside of the car? I'm just wondering. I mean, it may can happen.
I don't know. I don't know if he got shot in the car or outside the car, but I do know that.
That's what she said. She was outside the car and walking away from the situation, and he shot her in the foot. Then
he said, "Dance, B," and shot her in the foot twice.
I don't believe that. First of all, she got shot in the foot. If he shot her, there's no broken bones in her foot, and your foot is full of bones. So she must have got.
Never heard of people getting shot and bones not getting hit. You know, bones can. I mean, it's just
your foot is nothing but bones. So
but
she must have gotten straight.
But she showed the pictures. I saw the pictures.
Right, but no, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he even pulled a gun and shot her. I'm thinking that it was a tussle.
So it sounds to me. So it sounds to me like you are creating your own narrative based on
listening to the album. Based on the album of creating a narrative. Also,
but you can't do that though.
He also said that I was sitting behind you. How could you even say I did it? So that means she didn't even see who shot her.
But clearly she was outside of the vehicle though.
And I'm gonna give the most important fact. If someone just shoots you, or you're gonna get back in a car with them.
That's not a fact.
She did get back in the car with them. What do you mean? They
got pulled over by police. What are you talking about? They got taken downtown.
No, she didn't. She didn't get taken downtown.
The police pulled them over with helicopters, and she was. You could see her with her foot bleeding all over the sidewalk.
Right. Okay. Right.
The police made her lay down with her arms stretched out. Then they made the girl come out of the car and do the same thing. So that's what we're telling you, Green. You are making your own narrative about the situation when there's facts in the case. Because
like my man just said, if she was walking away, how she know who shot her?
So here's my point. Here's some.
And her friend that was in the car unfollowed her just a couple days ago. We don't know why, but
that's all like she knows the truth.
and Megan's not telling what's really happening.
Here are my questions. Number one, why would it take him 2 months to form a reply? Right? Why would it take him 2 months to come out and say,
He's talking about another album because
hold on.
Oh,
If he's innocent, why would it take you 2 months?
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, if they were friends, right? If they had a relationship as a friendship, relationship, romantic relationship, and she got shot. Let's say he didn't shoot her, right? Let's say he didn't do it. Let's say he didn't do it. I believe he did. Let's say he didn't. Why would you now come out and capitalize off of your friend, somebody that you cared about, whether it be just friendship, whether it have been romantically? Why would you capitalize monetarily off of that by making an album about the whole thing? That's like if something happened to Rich Girl and I was a suspect in it and I know I didn't do it. And I said, okay, well, here's an opportunity for me to make some money. Here's some opportunity to get my name clear. Here's an opportunity for me to grow my fan base. So I'm gonna put an album out. That's corny.
Mm-hmm.
That's corny.
Right.
Like if that's your girl, like if you was really riding with her, if you was really concerned about her well-being, whether it been her getting shot or whatever, you're not going to put out an album to capitalize on the situation. Like that's corny.
If you listen to the album, he says, He's been waiting for her to communicate with him, and she's refusing to.
Well, let me ask this.
That's what he said.
I mean, kind of on that to Green's point. If someone would like just say Green shot me in my foot, wouldn't he be arrested for shooting me in my foot? Why hasn't Tory Lanez ever been arrested for shooting her in her feet?
So so he was arrested for holding the gun,
right?
But the investigation and the shooting is still open.
But how is it still open if she says Tory Lanez shot me? That's a put.
I mean, she didn't say that. That means she didn't say that.
She may have. She may have
to the police.
Right, to the police.
Right, because she didn't want to snitch.
And there were 2 other people in the car that were her people. Keep that in mind.
So let me ask you this. Then who shot her, Green? Who do you believe shot her?
My belief is that there was a tussle with the gun. Like, I don't think anyone intention. I think it was an accidental.
You think her and Tory Lanez was tussling for the gun?
Either them or I'm thinking maybe it was him and one of her friends, and the bullet came out and scraped her foot. Then
why doesn't he rap about that? He didn't say that in the song.
He don't say that in particular, but he's saying
he tells every other
because it's an open case. He can't say but so much,
right.
But he's saying you can't see anyone who shot you. Period. No one's been charged. He said that he lets me know I was behind you. How would you know what happened? I think
it should be really
just too much.
He fired that gun in that car. If all of those people were downtown and got picked up, I think it would be really simple to see. Or everyone says this person is the one that shot the gun,
right? And that's why I feel like it was a tussle and it was an accident. That's my theory. I don't know.
So why do you think that she went on her live and said he did it? Like, I'm tired of covering for you. You did it. You know you shot me.
When did she do that?
A couple weeks ago.
A month ago. She said she was tired of him posting subliminal posts like he didn't do it. And she said she was tired. And she had tweeted, she said, one more and I'm going to expose everything. And she came out and she exposed everything.
But if her back was turned, she don't know who shot her.
She didn't say that. She said she was outside the car. The gunshot came from outside the car.
Right. So this is what I think. This is what I think about Tory Lanez, and this is what I think about his album and the people who defend him in this particular situation. I think we live in a society where everybody, or for the most part, many people think that it's okay to be the villain, right? Like people want to be the villain. People monetize being the villain. We look at the president. We look at everybody wants to be the bad guy. And right now we're in a space where it's cool to be the bad guy. Tory Lanez is making it so where he is the bad guy. He is standing up on, okay, well, this happened. I'm not. If I didn't do it, I'm not gonna say who did. Like RG said, if you ain't do it, who did it? Who did it? Like that's your homie, right? That's your girl. Like y'all had something going on. Y'all was rocking. Y'all probably swapped spit a couple of times. It was
Tory Lanez, the security guard, her best friend, and Megan. 4 people. Who the best friend didn't do it. So it's between Tory and the security guard.
Right. True. Now again, for her girlfriend, I don't know. No one knows. But why? After a couple days after Tory dropped the album, Her and her girlfriend unfollowed each other.
And
Now, granted, that could mean anything.
No, they had been unfollowed each other. They had been unfollowed each other. They've unfollowed each other right after the incident.
Okay, well, even more. Okay, I didn't even know that. It was right after. I don't believe that, but if it was right after,
no, they did, and the friend.
Okay, so but why? That was Megan's friend. That was Tory friend,
right?
Why did she unfollow her?
Lady said Kelsey followed her after that night.
So why? Just think about it.
I mean, I don't know why.
Could be something between them two. She might have wanted. I don't know. I don't know.
Nobody can say why two friends unfollowed each other. That's circumstantial.
Right after the shooting. Right after the shooting, though.
That's circumstantial to the point that a black woman was shot inside of a car. Not to mention when he dropped the album, that was right in the midst of the Breonna Taylor joint coming out.
I think it was the same day.
And they said that everyone was extremely intoxicated. He says that Megan was pissy drunk.
He said that.
Like, so he said they were real fucked up. Yeah. How was she? She won't know.
What does that?
And I'm not saying he didn't do it. He might did shoot her, for the record. I'm not saying he definitely didn't, because I don't know. I'm just saying that there's a whole lot of extra shit in here that I'm not gonna say, oh, he definitely did it.
Whole lot of extra stuff. There could be some inconsistencies, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, you drop this album right in the same time period when black folks are dealing with the same day, the same day as the travesty in the Breonna Taylor shooting.
That was you're already being accused of shooting somebody, and then you drop your album on the same day of that verdict of her being shot. Like, you come on, Green, you got to say that.
Corny, B. Like, that's corny.
I don't know if he timed that. I don't know if
it's corny. He didn't have the time, and he could have stopped it.
True.
Like, he could have stopped it.
Yeah, he definitely could have not did it the same day Breonna Taylor verdict.
Right. So
Canada, right? So I guess he says, I don't care. I'm from Canada.
Yeah, and the crazy part about it is that Tory Lanez had been achieving a huge amount of success during the quarantine.
Oh, the day his mom died. That's why he did it. It was the day his mom died, the anniversary. So that is his reason.
Oh, okay.
So he had a reason to do that.
Well, that makes sense.
It don't. You still got to read the room. You still got to know where you at, and you still got to basically show some sort of empathy, some sort of concern.
Yeah, I think he cares about his mama more than he cared about anybody.
He said that he's been out on the street protesting. When Rick Ross addressed him for dropping his album on that day, he says, "I've been out protesting." So what do you?
It's a sticky situation, but I all I know is it ain't no.
So let me say something.
Let's go a little bit deeper. Hold on. So let's dive a little bit deeper into it. So now it's coming out that people from Tory Lanez's camp have been emailing blogs and media outlets fake text messages and fake emails coming from the president of Tory Lanez's label, basically trying to pose Megan in a bad light. So that's a whole different part of the story. So now it's coming out that his people are now sending out emails to blogs pretending to be the head of the record label, trying to paint Megan in a bad light. So again, you put yourself.
That ain't cool. None of it is cool. So I can't agree with that.
Yeah. So
but you know what? For real.
I mean, who doesn't even say that's true?
But you have so many outlets reporting to this type of stuff. You just don't know what's the truth and what's not the truth. Like we're all just speculating. Like we have no idea what really went down in that car. Like
but I'm saying, but most people put this as an open and shut situation. Open and shut situation.
Why do you say that? Why do you say open and shut?
I mean, because the whole industry was saying Showtime didn't even want to do the story at first. He was like, nah.
Damn, put him on blast. Put him on blast, Green.
No,
put him on blast.
There's nothing wrong with that. It won't just him. It's most of the
no, that's what I'm saying. So Green, you're just like R. Kelly. You're not gonna like mute R. Kelly. You're not gonna like you're that type. You don't care what they do. You still gonna rock with them.
No, certain stuff I'm not gonna rock with. But
but shooting a woman, you'll rock with?
It's not solid. It's
he did 100%, and he admits he shot her. Would you still rock with Tory Lanez?
in the foot, I would need to know what.
It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter in the heart. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where he shot her.
What if it was self-defense? I don't know.
Did she have a gun?
I don't know if she had a gun.
This nigga's crazy.
You understand what I'm saying?
Every single week.
You cannot do bump when we do the show.
You can't be
You have to do bump when we finish. You do your line.
I mean, Megan Thee Stallion is twice his size. What if she was beating him in the ground? I don't know.
Green.
Now, if it was
Green, let me say this. Let me say this.
Get out the car.
Say she did hit him.
Say and start shooting her. No, I can't rock with him. No.
Say she did hit him. Does she deserve to get shot in her foot?
No, not at all. He said,
well, that's what you're saying.
He said, well, I still
don't know
no. He said, well, I still listen to his music. Well, so we'll rock with him. That's what he said.
Would you still rock?
Right, no matter what.
If what? So he would have had to kill her, and she had to be dead for you to say.
If it comes out that there was a tussle and the gun went off and it grazed her foot, she did not get shot in the foot, and it grazed her foot, I wouldn't care. Now, if it goes that why
would you? But okay, so let's run that scenario back. If there's a tussle, if him and her are in the car, you're saying they tussled over the gun. Why are you even?
Maybe not even him and her. Could have been him and the security guard could have been tussling over the gun, and she got hit in the foot. No, I'm still right with Tory because he didn't intentionally shoot her in the foot.
My issue is this: Green, you and people like you are going above and beyond to stand up for Tory Lanez when there's no proof. Like, you're going above and beyond just to say, okay, I support this guy because because quote unquote, there is no proof. The fact of the matter is there's no proof that he didn't do it.
There's no proof he didn't either.
But you're going above and beyond to say that, okay, I'm going to support this guy. I'm going to post this video. I'm going to tell everybody his album is fire emoji, fire emoji, fire.
Yes.
That's it, corny.
You're going out your way to people feel, but you're going out your way to
hey.
Yeah. Did you go out your way in that same spirit to see, okay, I hope Megan's okay after she got shot?
I love Megan Thee Stallion, even though her.
Did you go out of your way like you are for Tory Lanez when Meg got shot to say, "Oh, I hope Megan's okay"?
She is okay. She only got scraped in the foot.
Answer my question. When Megan got shot, the night that she got shot, did you go out of your way, the way that you're going out of your way to support Tory Lanez to say, "I hope that Meg is okay," or to show any sort of support for that black woman?
Yes or no? No fire.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
No fire. No, I did not.
She was shot.
She didn't drop no fire that day. The day Tory dropped that fire and telling his story, I let it be known.
You just said, "I love Meg The Stallion." Right, so somebody as an artist that you love got shot. You didn't go out of your way to show any sort of support for her.
She got grazed in the foot.
But at the time, we didn't know she got grazed in the foot. We didn't know she got grazed in the foot. We knew she got shot. We didn't know she got grazed in the foot.
Is it okay to be grazed in the foot by a nigga shooting a gun?
Right.
Is that okay?
Y'all keep on saying by a nigga. It could have been her damn security guard or a girlfriend that she unfollowed that day.
That shit corny.
Could have been the girlfriend. We don't know.
Shit corny. Like I said, we live in an age where it's okay. People want to vilify themselves and people want to support the villain. They want to support the bad guy. Donald Trump says, "Proud Boys stand by." So people support that. Like, that shit corny, man.
Like the black people that support Trump, do you know how hard they go to prove like why I'm a Trump supporter? Like, they go that extra like that
extra mile, right?
And that's what Green is doing. You're going a little too extra for somebody who potentially shot somebody in the foot. Like, why are you even riding for this nigga? Like, come on now.
Because he could be my son, and if he didn't do it,
that could be your sister.
Yes, but he could be my
daughter. What do you mean?
He could be my son. Megan The Stallion did not press charges. He's saying he didn't do it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to vilify that man. No, he said he didn't do it. You're not going
to vilify him, but you also did not put the same amount of energy into standing up for her prior to this album coming out. Period.
Standing up for her? What do you mean? She didn't. She got back. What do you mean? She got back in the car with the nigga.
She did not. She got pulled over with blood spurting from her foot.
And the police were
they
there.
had helicopters.
They had helicopters. To the police
she had
car.
to lay out and the ground, and they took them all downtown at that point. But Green, like I said, to your point, is I don't understand. If it's only 4 people in the car, it shouldn't be hard to see who shot that gun and to arrest that person
at all.
But because, and I mean, and to Green's point also, if Megan, you don't want to press charges and you don't want to tell, then why should we feel some type of way about what this nigga did? You don't even want to press charges. You told me you said out your own mouth you didn't want to snitch. So if you cool with it and didn't want to snitch, then why should we condemn him?
Right, and that's a totally different space than going out of your way to support him and to say, "Oh, I think he's innocent. Oh, he didn't do this. Oh, she's lying." I've seen people come out.
She's lying.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I have seen people say, "Oh, that B is lying. Oh, I don't believe that B. She lying after this." Right? Mm-hmm. As Burgundy just commented, if you like, just relax until all of the facts is laid out. We got her side, we got his side, and the truth is probably somewhere in the middle of all of that.
So, Green, what about R. Kelly? Did R. Kelly do it or no?
I mean, R. Kelly definitely did it.
Oh, so you agree with that one?
Hold on. When you say did it, you talking about the little girl back in the day, right?
Like pissed all over the girls and kept them
the underage girl,
held them hostage and did all the stuff like that.
Now that hostage stuff, I don't know, but that little girl, he did that. He definitely did that. Now all that hostage stuff,
the little girl in the porn, the one that's in the porn tape.
Yeah, but from years ago, he did that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's a sicko.
Okay,
but like even with that, like with all that hostage stuff, some of it, like, cause did you watch those specials? Mm-hmm. How the girls' families was trying to get them, and they was hiding from the families and said, "No, I don't want." One of them actually came to the house and said, "No, I don't want to leave," and all that.
Right.
From what I see, some of them women, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they interviewed. I don't know. Maybe they did. I don't know if he interviewed all of his women, but some of those women seemed like they got upset once he stopped paying for shit, or once he cut them off, and they were happy living in this goddamn house. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole. I mean, he's R. Kelly. Like, granted, they say Stockholm syndrome is real, yeah, but like he's R. Kelly. They were drawn to him. You see what I'm saying? So all that he held me hostage stuff, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say he definitely did that, but I know he definitely likes underage girls, and that shit ain't right at all.
What about Bill Cosby?
He did that shit.
Okay.
Now I will say this: Green is probably the most staunch Bill Cosby opposition person that I may have ever seen on Facebook. Like Green was going really hard against Bill Cosby when
he's a real dirtbag.
Yeah, when that was really popping off, like Green was going harder against Bill Cosby than anybody on Facebook. Like even like early on when I was like, all right, maybe we might want to.
Some people was like, nah, Bill ain't do it. I never gave him a chance. It was just he's sick. Because the thing is,
I gave him a chance.
He didn't even have to do that.
Because you gotta understand, some of these women said they went on and had a career. Like you allowed this man to do the show and to keep building and building and building, and you went on to on a path and continue to have a career and a life, and then you want to bring it up now. It's almost like, I mean, it's you gotta see how it's hard to believe.
So here's the thing.
You watch this Negro on TV every week doing the Cosby show. Like, why didn't you tell then? Like, you let him.
Because no one would believe
the kid said the darnest thing. You let him be on Jello pudding. Why didn't you say nothing then? And it's like you say something now after you done went on to have a life and a career and raise a family. That shows that you couldn't have been that fucked up in the head that you went on and was able to do those things without mentioning what had happened between you and Bill Cosby.
So
why do you bring it up to us now for us to now condemn him? It just doesn't make sense to me.
So I think with Bill Cosby, this is my thoughts. Like a lot of the things and a lot of the women who came out in the Bill Cosby situation, like Burgundy just said, it was the 70s and 80s. So culturally, it was a different time, right? So culturally, we were in a space. I don't know if y'all remember like the stuff called Spanish Fly, where you would just like slip the stuff in the, put the stuff in the drink, and it was supposed to be. That's what he was using, right? And I remember seeing Spanish Fly. Once I heard this, what he was doing, he was also using Quaaludes. But
let me ask this: how would you know if I was one of the girls? How can I tell? How can I tell the detective he's put Spanish Fly in my drink?
So here's the thing. So I've always, not always, but as of recently, I've really come to the conclusion that Bill Cosby, like Green said, is a complete scumbag. One of the things that brought me to that point is a podcast called Chasing Cosby. And in this podcast, they detail, there's a reporter, and if anybody is listening or watching to this, I suggest you listen to this podcast. It's a great podcast. It's a reporter who had been covering the Cosby, I'll call them the Cosby rapes, since I believe the 90s. Right?
Oh, wow.
So she's been documenting these things, and there have been attempts to bring charges against Bill Cosby in the 90s and the 2000s. The prosecutor in, I believe it was Philly, the prosecutor, when he got these charges, basically was like, oh, that's Bill Cosby. We're not going to do nothing. So the prosecutor at that time refused to bring charges against him. There's one woman in particular who, she was a basketball player at the University of Pennsylvania. I could be wrong. She, came in contact with Bill Cosby. She was young. She might have been 19, 20. She might have been younger than that. And he ended up doing the old banana in the tailpipes, slipping something in her drink one night. And he basically, he raped her. You know what I mean? Because I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Like, if you can't consent, then it's rape.
How does she know something was slipped in her drink? I don't remember the whole story, so I don't want to say something and it's not true.
She knows she blacked out probably.
But what happened was she then went home after it happened and told her mom. Right? She told her mom, like, Bill Cosby.
Why was she there with him to be able to have something slipped in her drink?
I do not remember. But he was supposed to be like a mentor to him. Kind of like, and I think, hold on. So listen. So kind of like we talked about the actress that was featured on the Cosby Show. Remember that? Was that on the show that we talked about that?
Right.
Okay. So this young lady, I don't remember exactly how Cosby played it and how he got her to be so close. I don't remember. Anyway.
She wasn't searching for something. She was trying to be in a position.
Just listen. So the girl gets raped or whatever. She goes and tells her mom. Her mom calls Bill Cosby on the phone, records the conversation.
Okay.
Cosby is apologizing to the mom for what he did. And he says, you know what? I'm so sorry. He said, to make up for it, I'm going to pay for her the rest of her education. All she has to do is not say anything to anybody about what happened.
You heard that?
I heard it. I promise you. Bill, the woman recorded the phone
and it
call.
Wasn't Jay Farrell impression. Great Bill Cosby. I've heard a lot of Bill Cosby impressions.
Nah, it wasn't.
Not buying it.
Definitely was not Jay
I'm not buying what you're selling.
Okay, go listen to the podcast. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not buying what you're selling.
It's called Chasing.
I'm for the women, but it just has to make sense to me.
It's called Chasing Cosby. Listen to the podcast. It's called Chasing Cosby. This woman has been following the Bill Cosby rape allegations forever. Again, since the 90s. She brings it all full circle. If anybody's watching it, it's called Chasing Cosby. It will really, if your mind is not made up, it will help you make up your mind about what a scumbag Bill Cosby really is.
I'm going to have to check it out so I can be on scumbag side.
I saw the deal maker said, why they wait until Bill Cosby was about to buy a TV station. Let's clear it up, please.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. That's where I met Woody. That's where I met Woody.
I remember posting about it. Bill Cosby does not have enough money to buy NBC. Like, what? He's not
Okay, Green, I'm going to give you that. Green, I'm going to give you that. But why now? Why now? Why now? Why now? Why now when y'all careers are in the toilet? Why now?
Because some women finally came forward. That's
why.
But people say why now, but that's the thing. It's not why now. These allegations have been going on forever. Like there was a civil suit. There was a civil suit. Like
when he was on the Cosby Show with their allegations.
And in 2004, he had settled out of court with that other woman. That's why he went to jail.
Archie, listen to this. There's a civil suit. right? With the recorded deposition where Bill Cosby is telling what happened in this deposition. He's telling what he did to this one particular woman. I don't remember the specifics, but you hear him talking
Was
about.
this before or after the Cosby Show?
This was after the Cosby Show. This was after the Cosby Show, but he's confessing, but it's a civil suit. It's not a criminal suit. It's a civil suit. He loses the civil suit. He's on tape again. Like, if I didn't hear this with my own ears, I wouldn't be this adamant about it.
What did he confess to?
He's confessing about this one situation.
What did he do?
He slipped the Quaaludes in the girls' drinks.
My thing is, look, Showtime, you gotta understand. I'm a female.
And I know you've done a lot of drugs.
I'm a female. No, I'm a female. So if I'm going to Bill Cosby room, I'm going to fuck Bill Cosby so that I can get a role on something that he's doing.
Let me be clear.
No, you're not
Bill
going
Cosby
to a room with Bill Cosby to hold the conversation. You can hold a conversation in the lobby. You go to a bedroom to fuck. So if that's what the outcome was, that's what you came to do.
Bill Cosby could have had sex with all of those women consensually. I'll tell anybody that.
Absolutely.
He's sick in the head, though. That's the difference.
Why were they in a hotel room with Bill Cosby?
So RG,
Bill Cosby could have had
sex.
Why
were you in a hotel room with Bill Cosby?
Every incident wasn't in a hotel room, number one.
But he decided to rape them.
He was fucking in public places. Showtime. You said one in a hotel room, so it was fucking in the public. He was fucking in restaurants.
No,
he was quaaluded. He was putting quaaludes in restaurant drinks and fucking them right there in the restaurant.
No, some of them were at his house. Some of them were at his house.
Yeah, they were at his house too.
Why were you? That's worse. Why were you at Bill Cosby's house? Why the hell did you go to Bill Cosby's house?
Rich girl.
Why did you go to Bill Cosby's
house? Those women were going to have sex with him. I would never say that.
I don't believe everyone.
I agree with that.
Different.
I don't believe everyone was
going to have. Well, I ain't gonna say they were going to. He could have seduced them to have sex with him easily. Right. But
I'm gonna tell you what. If I go to Bill Cosby's house, I'm going to fuck him. Like that's what it is.
This is
you
what I
went there to fuck him, but he still would have raped you.
Right.
Why? What I'm willing to fuck you?
Because he's sick in the head.
That's the whole point.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't know.
So just to dive a little bit deeper. So one of the victims said that, and like Green said, I agree that some of these women probably at that time, Bill Cosby could have had sex with any woman he wanted to, right?
Right.
You had to say a few right
words.
Was
he married?
He was married. So this is where I'm going with it. So one of the women said she went to Bill Cosby's house or whatever. Again, his wife Camille. I think the wife is in on it too. I think the wife is crazy. I think she's in on it too.
You know what it is.
One of the women said that she went to Bill Cosby's house. He played the date rape play. He quaaluded her, raped her or whatever. She got up the next morning, didn't know where she was, didn't know what happened. She left. She calls the house a couple of days later. The wife answers the phone. Camille answers the phone. She's talking to Camille. She's like, "Yo, your husband was raping me." Da 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 da. Camille hangs up the phone in the girl's ear and goes on business as usual.
I've heard that too.
She said she calls again. Camille says, "Don't ever call my house again." Hangs up on her. Like they're like something that you see on TV. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
they're both sick in the head.
They're both sick in the head. Matter of fact, we talked about Camille. We talked about Camille a couple of weeks ago.
I'm really wondering, and see these women, like I said, when he gives them these drugs, they're unconscious. I'm thinking she was watching.
Yeah, I agree.
Something, because it was too many.
Y'all ain't made a believer out of me. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
It was like a lot of them he raped.
Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Sorry.
They both into some.
I'm sorry. I'm for the women.
Will you commit to
woman
listening?
Power and all that, but I just don't believe it.
Will you commit to listening to the Chasing Cosby podcast?
I do, and I will for you.
Listen to the Chasing Cosby podcast. I
promise. And then we'll revisit this conversation.
It's only about maybe. Let me see how many episodes is it. Let's see, because it was one of my favorite podcasts of last year.
And I'm going to do the investigation on the person behind the podcast.
Okay.
And I need to know how many acting jobs did you not get? How many acting jobs did you go for? And
she's not an actor. Like she's a journalist.
We'll find out because I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out all about her. All about her.
It's only about 6 to 7 episodes. And for those, it's called Chasing Cosby. I'll show y'all I will pull it up on my screen, but this is what it looks like. It's called Chasing Cosby. It's the Coogee sweater. Let me see. It's the Coogee sweater, and it looks. Can y'all see that? It looks just like that. So pull it up.
It's on Apple Music.
Chasing it's on all the podcast joints. And when I
I'm
tell
gonna
you,
check it out. I am gonna check it out.
All right, cool. Let's see what else we got. Let's move on a little bit. Let's talk about the debate. Anybody watch the debate a couple nights ago?
Everybody did.
I watched bits and pieces. I just couldn't take it.
It was the best debate I've ever seen in my life.
Most entertaining, hands down.
It was the most entertaining. Yes,
hands down. Hands down. Yeah.
The deal maker said the podcast did to me what Daystar did to Gray. That's not true. That's not true.